called three questions. First of all, I just want to ask you all very sorry because of a little inconvenience. I given you a time at first initial time was 11:15. Then afterwards the time has shifted to 11:30. Then after that the time has shifted to 11:45. And thank you for waiting for me. And now let's move ahead with the lesson called the three questions. Let me open the lesson from your textbook first. I think most of you may be having the textbook with you. So please go through the textbook, open the textbook of yours, and find out the things what we were discussing. And whereas yesterday also some of you were answered me, that's too good. First question and sorry, first lesson and first poem we have completed. We are going to concentrate towards the second lesson. That's three questions. And in this lesson, we come across many things where the king was having three doubts in his mind, and to get the clarification of this doubt, the king started to ask huge number of people, and even he has given them an advice that if the people are giving him a right answer, then for the people he is ready to give the wealth and all, but nobody was given any satisfaction answer to the king. So finally the king has decided to visit the hermit, and from the hermit the king wanted to get the answer. Then later on we noticed that the king, he has visited to the hermit by wearing the very ordinary cloth. Then again he just wanted to portray in front of the hermit as if he is an ordinary person. So when he has went in front of the hermit, he just greeted him in his regional language. Then hermit also in reply he has greeted to the king. Then after waiting some time, the king asked three questions to the hermit, and he said him that dear hermit, I need to get answer for these three questions. Then hermit did not reply for that. Then again the king became a little confused, and again he thought that let me wait for some time. Then again he has waited for some time. Then afterwards second time he attempted to ask the questions. There also he didn't get the answer. Then finally king become fed up, and slowly he's asking him that if you don't mind, can you give your spade to me, I can help you. So then the hermit, he thought for a while that anyhow he is ready to help me in a sense, so let me give him. So he has given the spade, he has handed over the spade. With the help of that spade, the the king started to dig the ground. And 1 hour over, 2 hour over, now the sunset was there, I mean to say entire the dark atmosphere was there. Then king become fed up with these things, and he kept aside the spade and started to ask in an urging tone to the hermit, dear hermit, if you know the answer, then please tell me the answer. If you don't know, that also you just inform me that I don't know the answer, so that I can go my home, because it's almost converting, or almost it's becoming dark. So with impatiently the king has replied to the hermit. These all the things which we have noticed in our class. Whereas I am going to discuss with you in today's class what are the things are going to take place that we need to concentrate. I hope that our concentration should start from the paragraph number 4 onwards. Sorry, paragraph number 5 onwards. But before moving ahead, let's think about the paragraph number 4 first. 1 hour passed, then another. The sun went down behind the trees, and at last the king stuck the spade into the ground and said, I came to you, wise man, to get answers to my questions. If you can give no answer, tell me so, and I will return home. Now 1 hour over, 2 hour over, the king was continuously digging the ground. He was putting his energy. Then when entire atmosphere was converting into dark, then king has become completely fed up with these things. He threw the spade away, and he turned towards the hermit, and he is asking him, my dear hermit or the wise man, I came to you to get the answer for my three questions. If you know the answers, though, please tell me the answer. If you don't know, so please let me go. Now the king has become completely impatient, because since morning to till the evening he was waiting, and not only he was waiting, even he worked also. I think which is for the first time the king might have worked on the field. That may be okay to get the answer for those three questions. Let's see the things. So what is the reply of this hermit in the paragraph number 5 onwards? Here comes someone running, said the hermit. The king turned round and saw the bearded man running towards them. So his hands were pressed against his stomach, from which blood was flowing. When he reached the king, He fainted and fell to the ground. Now see the things that when the conversation was going on in between of a king and the hermit, the king was really impatient with the hermit's nature, because the hermit was not at all ready to give the answer, and he was not ready to say the things that whether he know the answer or not. Almost from the morning to till the evening, the king was working in the field. So finally, when the king felt a tired one, then he became a little anger on the hermit, and he started to urge on him. If you know, then please tell. If not, then please inform me that you don't know. When this conversation was going on in between of a king and the hermit, then hermit informed to the king that, dearest person, just to wait for a while. Look at there, somebody is coming towards me. Look at there, in the sense, no need not to turn, don't turn. The hermit is informing to the king that, look at there, somebody is rushing towards us, somebody is running towards us. When he said the things, then king, he just turned towards that direction where the hermit showed to him. Then there we can find that a person was holding very tightly his hand, he was holding to the stomach, and he rushed towards the king and the hermit where they were sitting. And the moment when the person has the moment when the person has entered there, he has become fainted. ಮೂರ್ಛೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ. ಫೇಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೂರ್ಛೆ ಹೋಗುವುದು. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಓಡ್ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ, ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೈ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಓಡ್ ಬಂದು ರಾಜನ ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬಂದು ಮೂರ್ಛೆ ಬಿದ್ದು ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ. Okay, he has become fainted. That word we can use it out. He was holding. Please, you have to note down, or you have to remember the things that the person, one was rushing towards the hermit, one was running towards the hermit. He was holding his hands very tightly to the stomach. So which indicates that something might have taken place with his stomach. It may be injury or some other things may be there. And who is this person? Why he was rushing towards the hermit, and why he has become fainted? What made him to be rushed like that? Those are all the things we will discuss now. You can notice here the king is nourishing the unknown person, one who is laying here, and the hermit is sitting just to redress the wound until at last the bleeding stopped. Now finally, when the person came closer to the king and he has fallen as if he is unconscious, so then king and the hermit become little shocked, they become a little worried. Then immediately the king has removed the cloth of that unknown person, and the moment when he removed the cloth, there he could find that on the stomach of that unknown person there was a large wound. It was a large injury, which indicates very clearly that somebody has hit him with the sword, or something might have taken place in. I think this person might have fallen into a clash. There might be a fight, and as an effect of that fight, somebody has inserted the sword in his stomach. That was showing very clearly. Okay, it was a large wound. Then immediately king he started to redress, or he started to dressing up the wound. He just removed entire the blood which is been applied in surrounding of that wounded area. He washed it out, and after the washing he put he used, being a king, he used his very costliest kerchief he used for preventing the blood, but it couldn't. Then again the king oftenly he redressed that particular wound. Then after some time, after some moment, the injured area stopped to be bleeding. Hope you are understanding the things. ಗಾಯ ಆಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಸ್ಥಳದೊಳಗಡೆ ರಕ್ತ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡಂಗೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so next, the paragraph number 6. The man closed his eyes and lay quiet. Then the person, one who got an injury, he just laid over there. He just laid down beside of a king, or else he laid at that particular area where he has fallen faint. Then the king got tired by his walk and the work he had done, lay down on the floor and slept through the night. When he woke up, it was several minutes before he could remember where he was, or the strange weird man laying on the bed was. Even we can find it out, the man, one was getting bleeding, he got injured one, and because of the dressing and all, somehow else the man, he has become fainted one, he has become what you can call unconscious one. And when the man, he has closed his eyes and he has become little unconscious one. So here even the king was also completely tired when he saw that now it is not bleeding, the man is going to get a heal up, the man is going to get a curing. So after watching this, even the king was also thought for a while that it's better to return back, but unfortunately we know very well that the king worked very very hard since the morning to till the evening. He worked very hard. As an effect of that, he got a little, he got a maximum tired, and unknowingly the king he just slept beside of that injured or the wounded man on the floor itself, because of the tiredness the king even he couldn't able to walk also. Then again next day early in the morning when the king opened his eyes, he couldn't believe that where he is sleeping. That because usually you can imagine that when you people also moving along with your parent to your relatives home, then the next day when you are opening your eyes, though you are there at your relatives home, but you feel as if you are in your home. But it will take 1 or 2 minutes to understand that you are not in your home, you are in your relatives house, or else you are in the school. That all the thought may come in your mind. See, that most of the hostelite students are facing such kind of the things, that because these many days you have spent your time very luxuriously at your. Then again the moment when you are going to enter into the school, by evening time you are coming to the school, and only the thing that when you are entering into the school you are attending some night classes and all you are attending, and after that you will take rest, you will sleep. The early in the morning when you are waking up, then you are understanding that you are at your home, then but it will take 1 or 2 minutes time to you to understand that I am not at my home, I am in the school. So how you are going to feel it out? In the same manner the king was also felt like that only. Then when he turned, next of this, when he turned towards the other direction, so there he could find that a bearded man, one who has entered yesterday with an injury, he was laying down, he was sleeping there on the floor. Okay, laying. Okay, strange bearded man was laying on the bed. Let's concentrate towards the paragraph number 7. 8, 9, 10 and all that. Okay, fine. Let's see the paragraph number 7. Forgive me. The bearded man started to say the things that forgive me. Ayo, nannana kshamisi. Forgive me in a sense, kshamisi. Said the bearded man in a weak voice. When he saw that the king was awake, the moment when the king was awake, then immediately the bearded man, by folding his hand, he is standing in front of the king, and he is using the word that please forgive me, my dearest king. Dayaviಟ್ಟು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಕ್ಷಮಿಸಿ. Which was quite surprising for the king also. In place of the king, if you or I or others would be there, then we would have become surprised only. Why I should have to forgive this person? Whereas yesterday itself I saw this person, and that too also he was in the injured position, and for helping him I just cured his disease, or I just dressed up his wounded area, and immediately next day in the morning, instead of saying the thanks, this man he is asking me to be forgive him. Why? Who is he? That all the thoughts were there in the mind of the king. Let us see the things that ಯಾರೀತ ನನ್ಗೆ ನೇರವಾಗಿ ಸಾರಿ ಅಥವಾ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳೋ ಬದಲಿಗೆ ನೇರವಾಗಿ ಸಾರಿ ಅಥವಾ ಕ್ಷಮಿಸಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನಲ್ಲ, ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ರಾಜನಿಗೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೊಳಿತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಯಾರಾಗಿದ್ದ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನೋಡೋಣ. I do not know you and have nothing to forgive you, said the king. Then the king is saying that I don't know who are you and why I should have to forgive you. I am not understanding what you are saying. In that way, the king has replied to the unknown person. You do not know me, but I know you. I am that enemy of yours who swore revenge on you. So, ನಾನು ಪ್ರಮಾಣಿಸಿದ್ದು, ನಾನು ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ವಚನ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಿದ್ದೆ, ನಿನ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಸೇಡ್ ತೀರಿಸ್ಕೋತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. Okay, one who swore revenge on you. Because you put my brother to death and seized my property. I had made up my mind to kill you on your way home. But the day passed and you did not return. So I left my hiding place and I came upon your bodyguard, who recognized me and wounded me. I escaped from him, but I should have died if you had not dressed my wounds. I wish to kill you, and you have saved my life. Now, if I leave, I will serve you as your most faithful servant. Now the truth is going to get revealed by that unknown person. The unknown person is revealing all the things that he is saying that, my dearest king, you may not be knowing me, whereas I know you very well. Once before a few days ago, once you had attacked on my brother's dynasty, and not only you killed my brother, even you have seized my property. So I took an oath by that time itself, I will smash you, I will kill you. And when I come to know that you are visiting the hermit, that too alone, so I was hiding on your way, I was hiding in between of your way to find it out. When you are returning back, I wanted to attack on you and I kill you. So since the morning to till evening, I was just waiting for you. When you did not return back, I thought that you are not going to come back. Then I had come out from that hiding place, but there your bodyguards were there and they recognized me, they attacked me, and they put or they inserted a sword in my stomach. I got injured, I got wounded there, and whereas I got injured by your bodyguards, and I got saved my life from you. So my dearest king, from now onwards I am going to be a very loyal servant. I will be a very loyal servant to you. So please accept my service, and I'll be a very faithful to you. This is what the unknown person has promised to the king. See the things that the person, one who has come for killing the king, and later on by watching the kindness of the king, he has become the servant of his. This is what we can call the nature of the kindness. If you are kind, then you can win the entire world. By saying these things, I'm going to sign out. This is your Ismail teacher. If you have any doubt, then text me the message. We shall meet again. Thank you.